Up, Whitey Nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89, and today's Anime Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for March Comes In Like a Lion, Season 2, Episode 20. So, the first part of this episode is going to be the adaptation of Chapter 85 of the manga, titled Summer Vacation Part 2. So, without further ado, let's get to this week's episode. Okay, first of all, the opening scene where we get to see the scenery and stuff looks so gorgeous. Oh my god. Oh, I forgot how beautiful this animation was because last week I didn't do a live reaction because I was really sick, and by the time I was gonna do one, I was just like, fuck, I might as well just skip doing the live reaction and at least watch the episode. But god, this animation is just so gorgeous. But anyway, something I really like is that we got to see the inside of the sketchbook. It looks really, of HINA'S sketchbook, which is really goddamn cool. Oh my god, I love this! I love the 2-minute 51-second mark. It is so perfect. The color palette is really nice. It makes the candy really stand out. And also, HINA'S reaction right before that was perfect. Oh my god, this color palette for this flashback is just gorgeous. The colors are like, I can't say muted because that would be a little bit different, but like the darker color palette that's being used is beautiful. And the soundtrack, this guitar that's being played is so somber and it's really gorgeous. I love the shots that we're getting with Ray's adopted father. I think it's freaking fantastic. This is, oh god, I forgot how good this anime is. Oh, it's so goddamn awesome. Oh, just like right before the scene where little Ray's crying, where he's like saying that this is like the only thing left for me, shogi is. I love the clatter of the shogi pieces just dropping onto the board. That was such a nice touch. I gotta say, fucking A, like, March Comes In Like a Lion, Studio Shaft, you are really going for it. They've been going for it like the last few weeks. Damn, that 3-week break, man, definitely did some wonders for Studio Shaft. Okay, I know I'm trying not to talk about like all the frames because I don't want to make this video so long, but I can't fucking help it. I love this frame where HINA'S talking about the candy, you know, like how she wants to help Grandpa. And I love the rainbow color background. I love the shimmer that we're getting. This is really a work. For those that want to know what a work of art is, for me, like a work of high art, like this is March Comes In Like a Lion. Is considered high art. It is like up here. Like it is art to me. Land of the Lustrous is just a little bit below that. And then we got like Hakame to Mikochi being below that when it comes to for manga to anime adaptations. What was the other one I was thinking off the top of my head? Yeah, and you got like the Gakuen babysitters and stuff too. But, like, the thing that says March Comes In Like a Lion out from above the rest of the manga to anime adaptations, like a Boku no Hero Academia, is they take the source, Studio Shaft takes the source material and just, not only stays true to the anime style, and I'm sorry my cam was being weird for a second, stays true to the anime, to the art style of the manga, but takes it a step further. It takes it a creative step further. I'm not a manga, like, yeah, to an extent, I'm a manga purist, but not to the point where, like, it has to be exactly like the manga, where I don't mind the creativeness that Studio Shaft does. I fucking love this shit. I admire it. This is what I want from my manga to anime adaptations. And especially, this is March Comes In Like a Lion is everything that I want in a manga to anime adaptation, period. It has everything. The art, the music, the The voice acting, everything. It has, and oh yeah, and of course the content itself. It actually stays true to the source. There's like literally nothing skipped from the source material. So if you want to know what I've looked for a manga to anime adaptation, this is it. And this is what I expect. This is what I would love from like Studio fucking Period. But especially for Tokyo Ghoul. Oh my god, if Tokyo Ghoul Re was like this, oh my god, I would die. But I don't expect Studio Period to put out work like this. Oh, this 5-minute 28-second mark. Oh! Yes! I love it! When this is when Hina's talking about like joining another group of people when you know, going to high school. Fucking love this. I fucking love Hayashida. Hayashida, it's called tact, and you have none of it. I fucking love it so goddamn much. Oh my god, I love this anime so much. I fucking love this shit with Hayashida, and now they're making fun of him because he's in love with he's in love with Akari. I fucking love it. This is so great. I love that little jab about his face being the color of oxidized iron. That was good. Okay, first of all, poor Mr. Hayashida. He's just getting fucked up. He just is. But this background from Momo when she says Rain looks like he's having fun is just so precious. Ooh! But God, that, like, what they're doing looks like so much fun, but I would totally suck at it because I am not good with chopsticks. Unless it's sushi, I cannot use chopsticks to save my goddamn life. I'm very curious if anyone else is like that. Because when I learned how to use when I learned how to eat sushi, and this was when, oh my God. This was when I was with my first boyfriend. Yeah, this was when I was with my first real boyfriend when I was 16. And he took me out for, no, this was before I got with him. This was like literally the day before I got with my first boyfriend. We went out with our, one of my friends that, live in San Francisco, and we went out for sushi, and he taught me how to eat sushi with chopsticks, and I could still eat sushi with chopsticks. That's like the only thing I could use chopsticks for sushi. I could not do the noodles shit. I don't know if I could even do that with the fork. I know, it's pathetic. I can't fucking use chopsticks to save my life. Maybe I will one of these days be able to, but I can't now. So the first part of this episode ends at the 12-minute 41-second mark, and I gotta say, the first part of this episode was goddamn perfect. It was everything and more. And the other thing I want to mention about this, and I mentioned this in my Hakume to Mikochi live reaction yesterday, is that something that Hakume to Mikochi has a problem with, animation-wise, is detailing in with detailing via line work, especially in clothing and with the hair and stuff. This Hakume to Mikochi, the animators for that anime, you need to watch what Studio Shaft does, because Studio Shaft, when it comes to the clothing, when it comes to the hair, the line work is goddamn perfect. Oh my god. What Studio Shaft has is what Hakume to Mikochi is lacking from, and it's preventing Hakume to Mikochi from being almost on the same, not almost on the same level as March Comes In Like a Lion, but like maybe like a little bit closer to Land of the Lustrous type of ant. You know what? I gotta separate Land of the Lustrous from my scale, because Land of the Lustrous is a completely different animal. But it would be a little bit higher on my scale for, you know, being closer to art than it is right now. But the thing is but right now, March Comes In Like a Lion, whew. March Comes In Like a Lion is just fucking beautiful. It is. Would I say it's better than the episode we had a couple of weeks ago? No, I wouldn't, because the episode we had a couple of weeks ago was just beautiful. Like, that was just, whew, that was intense. the Burnt Field episodes were just fucking intense. I can't compare this to that. Those are completely different animals. But was it perfect? Yes, it was goddamn perfect. Anyway, let's get to the next portion of this episode, which is the adaptation of chapter 86 of the manga, and it's titled New Year. Okay, I gotta complain a little. So, because this anime's just been practically perfect, but in HINA'S math book, hold on, let me just give you the exact spot. Just give me a minute. This is, if you look at the 13-minute, 11-second mark, and this is like in HINA'S textbooks, it looks like there's a lot more text than there needs to be. Because if it's making the problems a little bit more complicated than they are in the manga. Because if you look in the manga, and this is on page 2 of chapter 86, you see that like the problems are mainly just the shapes with the different points, and then the Japanese on there. But and the shapes don't look correct either. The shapes are definitely not correct. The shapes are completely different. Because in the shapes, if you look at it in the anime, I'm sorry, I just have to look a little bit closer here. The shapes are mainly triangles, but if you look, yes, I know they're triangles in they're made up of triangles in the manga too, but it's the type of triangles that are used here are completely different. They are completely inaccurate. Which is like, for example, for problem 1, it looks more like a kite with different triangles in it. Like it's divided into 4 triangles, 2 big ones and 2 small ones. That's for question 1. That's not there at all. Like one of them is they look to me from where I'm looking at, from how I'm looking at it. I'm not wrong on this. It's mostly like 2 long triangles, like divided in half and shit. Like they got one of the I will say this, it looks like they maybe got one of the triangles right, which is on the top right, but that notebook is supposed to be on the bottom notebook, not the top. I know, I say I'm not usually a manga purist. For things like this, I'm a total manga purist. I am. I want it because, especially with Marsh Comes In Like a Lion, I kind of am a manga purist when it comes to this kind of stuff, because Studio Shaft has been fucking spot on with this stuff, so I have to criticize them on this. Also, let's see, is there another one? Okay, so the other one here is that there's a square, and this is for question 3. You have the square, and then you have like a couple of a long triangle like divided in half, and that's for question 3. And you don't have that. It doesn't look like that one's there. And the other one, you it's blocked by HINA'S hand. The other 2 are kind of blocked by HINA'S hand. For question 2 is blocked by HINA'S hands. But I could totally understand why HINA is struggling, because that's fucking geography, or not geography. Why did I say geography? It's fucking geometry. Geometry is is hard. It kind of is, especially if you don't know the formulas for geometry. So yeah. Anyway, I'm sorry, I had to put my 2 cents in there. But for those that are curious where this is at, again, it's at the 13-minute, 11-second mark. And if you want to compare it and give me shit for comparing it, it's on page 2 of chapter 86. Oh my god! Really? Studio Shaft, I just gave you all this praise for doing the clothes right, and you didn't do HINA'S robe right. But I will give you this, and this is something that Gakko and Babysitters doesn't do very well. It's patterns. At least we got a pattern here. And also it's detailed very nice. It's detailed, but with, there's line work and shit. But if you look at the manga, and if you look at chapter 86, HINA'S robe is completely covered in apples. This is like sporadically covered in apples. Come on! Studio Shaft, you are better than this! I will say this though, on the at the 13-minute 49-second mark though, it looks, the robe looks a lot better. It's just the front shot of it looks incorrect. Like when we got the close-up, because, hold on, let me go back to page 2 and make sure I'm right about the pattern for the front side. Because the side, the profile of the robe looks right. It's just the front didn't look right. Yeah, the front, when we got the shot of the front of the robe, it looked completely incorrect. But like the profile of the robe looks a lot better. But I don't think there's enough apples on there. But I don't understand. Why does it look like that? And also the sleeves of the sweater that HINA'S wearing aren't supposed to be showing. And I know you nerdigans are like, why the fuck are you being so nitpicky about what HINA'S wearing? Well, again, the thing is that, and I'm a manga. I said I'm trying to word this right. I'm a manga purist when it comes to things like the clothing and shit. Like, except for Gakko and Babysitters, I've given up on that series because they just don't want to do patterns. But for Studio Shaft, I'm very much a manga purist when it comes to like the clothing and shit, because they've been pretty good about like the clothing, and the animation is really, really fantastic. And I'm very hard. I'm gonna be a little bit harder on March Comes In Like a Lion when it comes to little things like the details in the book, the details on the clothes, because for the most part, Studio Shaft has been really, really good as a manga to anime for manga to anime adaptations. So that's why I'm being a little bit tougher on them on little things like this. I'm just saying. Okay, you see, like at the 14-minute 29-second line, this is why I'm getting pissy. You see, at the 14-minute 29-second mark, it fucking, at the close-up, the robe looks completely different. The apples are sporadically spread. The pattern is wrong. What the fuck? That's so random. I just don't get it. I love Ray's reaction. It's so perfect. Okay, nerdigans, I know you're gonna give me shit right now, especially you manga nerdigans, because I'm looking at page 4 of chapter 86, and I'm starting, there's inconsistencies in the manga as well when it comes to the patterns. So, Studio Shaft and fucking March Comes In Like a Manga, March Comes In Like a Lion manga, you are killing me right now. The robe is correct here at the 15-minute 30-second mark, but there's one thing missing here. The seeds inside the apple. In the apples, I mean. Those goddamn ears were so cute! And yes, I know you nerds are going to give me shit, but at the next scene, at the close-up, there were the seeds. But yes, I am going to give Studio Shaft shit for little details being skipped. I know I'm a manga purist most of the time, and usually not with Studio Shaft, because Studio Shaft has they do have a lot of artistic freedoms, but with little shit like this, I'm going to give them shit. I will. I want that tofu tempura. I know it's weird that I like tofu, but I love tofu. And the key for tofu to be good, is it's got to be marinated in sauce. It's got to be a good sauce, too. It can't be like some shitty-ass sauce. And it's got to be cooked right, too. If tofu is not cooked, my mom is good with cooking tofu. Oh, my God. Oh, when I go visit my mom next week, I'm going to ask her to make some tofu. Because tofu is fucking good. But yeah, that tofu, I would eat that tofu tempura. I'm gonna try and find a healthy recipe like that and have her cook it. And I will take a picture of it and post it on my Facebook and my Twitter. Oh, tofu udon sounds so goddamn good. Tofu tempura in udon sounds amazing. Oh my God, that sounds so good. I wish I could have that. You know what? Fuck, I wish it wasn't Passover that I was going to visit my mom. But at some point, I'm going to ask my mom to make tofu udon, because that sounds amazing. Or tofu tempura udon. We're going to find a healthy recipe to do that. Oh my God, the sweets look so good. Also, this piano, love it. Oh, that shot when Hina is saying, and this is at the 19-minute 51-second mark, when Hina's saying how many sweets would Grandpa have to make, and the sweets coming down. Oh, that's so beautiful. I gotta tell you, and I should have said this earlier, these backgrounds, like the scenery and everything, and this has been like the story of March Comes In Like a Lion season 2. It looks like a goddamn painting. Like, I feel like you could like just frame like the majority of these backgrounds or a majority of these sceneries and just put it on your wall. It's that beautiful. Something I noticed this episode, and I just realized it, is there's a huge contrast between, for the animation, between Hina's memories, or Hina's flashbacks, and the happier flashbacks, and Ray's sadder flashbacks, and the color palette, and I really love it. So like with Ray's flashbacks, I'm sorry this video is going to be long, but I have to talk about this, is with Ray's flashbacks, the color palette was a lot darker, and it was you could feel the sadness from it, especially with the guitar. But here with the happier flashbacks with Hina, you see the color palette is so is bright, and you could feel the happiness oozing from it, and the piano is just so gorgeous, and it's so happy, and it's not like chipper happy, it's just like subtly happy, and I really like it. And there's like, and I love that it's like the flashback within the flashback it's like the Hina and the Hina and Akari stuff is brighter than this flashback, and this is like for this kind of flashback in particular, it's very reminiscent of Yaomushi Pedal, how they do their flashback with the muted hold on, let me make sure I'm right here. Oh no, I'm sorry, this isn't a flashback. Fuck, I don't know why I thought this was a flashback. Fuck, I'm thinking of Yaomushi Pedal, how they do their flashbacks with the muted color. But, anyway, let me get back to this. Oh my god! Oh my god, that 20-minute, 43-second mark. Oh my god! That is a goddamn painting right there. Woo! It's beautiful. I love that shot of Hina where like the glass shattered behind her, and this is when Grandpa was saying that the school that Ray goes to is a hard school to get into. That was a nice touch, Studio Perriott, or not Studio. Why did I say Studio Perriott? Fuck, Studio Shaft. I love that conclusion with the piano. Like before we go back to Hina studying. I thought that was really, really nice. Okay. I think I was right, and that was a flashback. And the thing is, because you could tell with the animation when it's a flashback, and I love that about March Comes In Like a Lion. And also Yaomushi Pedal does it really well. Because the reason why I'm comparing it to Yaomushi Pedal is because what Yaomushi Pedal does with their flashbacks is that, and this is because Yaomushi Pedal animation is very bright and vibrant. The color palette, I mean. So when they go into a flashback, they mute the color palette. So that's kind of like how that's why I got confused for a second, because I was like, wait a minute, that's got to be a flashback. And then looking at the bottom, I'm like, wait, is this not a flashback? I'm really confused. But yeah, I'm liking. I like that March Comes In Like a Lion is doing that too. Oh, I love it. I love that we got to see Hina open the curtain and see the first snowfall. Oh, it was, and like at the 22-minute 50-second mark, you can frame that shit and put it up on a wall. It is just so beautiful. This episode was really good. I love the soundtrack for this week's episode. A March Comes In Like a Lion was really, really nice. I'm very happy with this week's episode. But what I say, it was like God tier, like the Burnt Field episode. No, it wasn't. What I say, it was still a good episode? Yeah, I love this episode. This episode was fucking fantastic. And the thing is every week when I watch March Comes In Like a Lion, it just reminds me why I love watching anime, why I love watching manga to anime adaptations, because it's just so beautiful. Like, this is art. Like, every aspect of art is in this. You have the drama, you have the art, you have the music, you have the voice acting, and it's just so beautiful, and I love it so goddamn much. Oh, and I forgot you have the writing too. Forgot about that. But anyway, let me know your thoughts about this episode. What did you guys think? I think this was a really nice episode of March Comes In Like a Lion. There was a teeny bit of animation issues, but it wasn't that bad. It was just minor animation issues. But for the most part, keep it up, Studio Shaft. I hope Studio Period, you better be watching what Studio Shaft does, because this is the kind of shit I would love to see in Tokyo Ghoul Re. Especially like the shit from Burnt Field. Oh, that would be awesome. Anyway, remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. If you love what I'm doing and want to contribute to my channel expansion, there's a few ways you could do that. You could donate to my PayPal, Patreon, GoFundMe, or purchase something off my Amazon wishlist. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow me on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, find me on PlayStation Network. All that's in the description box below as well. And until next time, Nerdigans, I'll be seeing you later. Bye!